Did priests, bishops break canon law by denying communion on the tongue during that period of time?
That's a good question. That was actually something I raised when they were implementing the diocesan policies. And I said, so the faithful have a right as enshrined in liturgical law to receive communion on the tongue. That was actually the norm. Communion on the hand was actually, it evolved from this this practice that was almost a dispensation. It was a permission granted to receive, but then in some places it became even more common. Anyway, that's kind of just
That's another podcast.
Historical trivia, but people have a right to receive communion on the tongue, right? So now, in the past, and this is something I brought up when there was discussions in the diocese. Okay, what are we going to do with COVID? There was a question of, well, you know, is it safe? Is it sanitary to do that during a time of pandemic? Can we restrict that? And I initially argued, no, you can't deny people that right, because liturgical law can't just be changed on a diocesan level usually. So I said in times past, like during a previous pandemic, I think it was H1N1 or swine flu, one of those, someone had written into Rome asking if they could do that, and Rome responded in the negative, which means they said, no, you cannot deny communion on the tongue. Now, but what happened this time was Rome responded in the affirmative. So when I actually gave my position, I was actually right. I said, you can't do that, because in the past, that was the ruling. Now, you know, with this, Rome said, okay. So it's one of those things where, again, that's one of those ecclesiastical laws that Rome made that decision. But having said that, I know people have brought up times, you know, outside of like the extraordinary, you know, COVID pandemic thing, where a priest might try to deny someone communion on the tongue. They cannot do that. And if they do that, that should be brought up to, you know, the diocese, the bishop, you know, someone, because priests don't get to make that decision.